Daytona International Speedway as we get ready here for Daytona 500 qualifying to begin. This is going to be the opportunity for drivers that are not locked into the Great American Race via top 35 in points from last season to try and get 7 available spots in this year's Daytona 500. Now, there's going to be a lot of drivers vying for those spots, and this is how it's going to go down. This is going to be Division 1. The drivers that are in Division 1 that are not locked into the Daytona 500, they're going to be racing for 2 spots, 36th and 37th in the Daytona 500. Whoever finishes first and second in this race is going to clinch those 2 spots. In Division 2, when we have that race, it's going to be the top 2 getting spots 38 and 39, and then in Division 3, 3 drivers, the top 3, will take spots 40, 41, and 42. So it's going to be basically down to almost kind of like one of those sprint showdowns that we have during All-Star Race Weekend, where the top 2 are going to transfer their way in, this time into the Great American Race. This is going to be 10 laps for each one of the division races, and there will be no caution flags during the course of each of these segments. So keep that in mind as well. Wrecks that happen, there will be no caution flag to bunch everybody else back up, and we're going to have to see if that's going to play a big factor in today's race. Let's get the command.
Drivers, start your
Okay, guess we're not going to get a command. I thought we were going to. But anyway, we're getting ready to get these cars rolling off. Daniel Day starts on the pole position for Air Jordan Motorsports. Actually, I guess we did get the command. Yeah, I guess we did get the command. My headphones actually did not pick up the sound. I've been having trouble with my headphones, and I just turned the headphone in cable in the cable port, and now I'm able to hear the engine. So apparently there was the command to fire the engines. I did not hear it. You guys did. Got to get myself a new headphone set at some point. But Daniel Day on the point for Air Jordan Motorsports. Alongside of him is Daniel Voiles in the 26 out of Team Anime Racing, or Anime Racing Team actually. ART for short. Winston Rivers in a Chevy Camaro lines up in 3rd with Nick Alton in 4th place. Like I said, it's going to come down to who finishes 1st and 2nd in this race. Any wrecks that happen, well, that means that those drivers are more than likely not going to be starting the Daytona 500. There's quite a few drivers that are returning drivers to the Snickers Cup Series in this field, including the pole sitter Daniel Day. We also have Tim Walsh, very well-known Snickers Cup Series driver in this field. Former Mobile Cup Series champion Pichu London is in this field as well. And I thought I saw Corey Williams back there as well. He was, I believe, in Season 2 of the Snickers Cup Series. Been a long time since he's been in a Snickers Cup Series ride. Joshua Balkowitz in the 28 is also in this field. He was one of the drivers who was full-time last season in Snickers Cup, but was just 1 spot outside the top 35, and now will have to race his way into this season's Great American Race. But here we go, 10 laps of racing, no cautions, green flag is out. Who's going to finish in the top 2 and transfer their way into the Season 9 Daytona 500? They're double file going here into turn 1. Nobody trying to push the issue 3 wide at least yet. That's a pretty wise decision on all of their parts. As Daniel Day leads the way, 1 car up and into the wall. That, I believe, it might have been Gene Sanford. No, that was Ian Siegel in the 186, and they may have wrecked back here. These cars are all slow. Either they wrecked or they all slid up into the wall. Chris Louvier is the last car now in this group. As at the line, it's going to be Winston Rivers leading that lap, but not for long. Oh, whoa, look out. A couple cars scraping the wall there on the high side. 59 of Ben Braley goes to the inside, and here comes the Last of Us Late Series champion, Ty Dent. Whoa, contact with Brendan Berg. And there's some smoke lingering there in turn 2, so something did happen. Johnny Gardner just got turned. Car up in the wall is Zeke Marley. He just pancaked with Daniel Day, but I think they just both were able to continue on. They're both still going. I think Balkowitz may have spun. Pichu London spun. Here comes that second group. Tim Walsh is in this. Steven Gonzalez, Kyle Miller, Jack Kearney. Also Caleb Farrell and Luigi Victorino. Another car just spun. Who in the world was it? There's skid marks, but I don't see any car. Did somebody save it or something? What in the world? Andreas Allen appears to be somewhat slow. It might have been him. This is the front of the field, though. Now Austin Weiner going for the lead. Not for long. Ben Braley going to go 3 wide with help from Gene Sanford in the 11. Oh, look out! Contact! Save it! Oh, Braley going to try and bring it back up the racetrack and is going to be able to. Nick Alton giving plenty of room. So too did Trevor Gelfie. And Austin Weiner is now the leader. Winston Rivers in second. And now Corey Williams is into the 3rd position with Ty Dent in 4th place rather. And Corey Williams shoving Winston Rivers there up through turn 2. Now Winston going to be able to get a nice run there onto the back straightaway. Looking low. Corey Williams looks like he's going to go with him. Ty Dent there as well. And now Austin Weiner's going to get freight trained heading here into 3. Winston Rivers, oh, got a little loose there. Corey Williams going to take advantage here. He comes to the bottom. Ty Dent going to help him. Those two battled against each other, Corey and Ty, for the Last of Us Light Series Championship last season. And Corey finished in the top 20 in points, and Ty Dent, of course, took the whole thing, winning the championship. Right now we got about 7-8 cars up here in this lead pack that could be the ones to settle it out for which of the two are going to transfer into the 500. Ty Dent, Winston Rivers, Corey Williams, Austin Weiner, Ben Braley, Trevor Gelfie, Gene Sanford, and Nick Alton. See back here if anybody else is starting to make any moves up there. There's Matthew Dallio. He's in the 9th position. Andreas Allen 10th with Brendan Berg right now in 11th. Kearney runs in 12th. 13th place is Kyle Miller, who, if I'm not mistaken, started on the inside of the final row for this race. There's Ian Siegel, who we know went up and got the wall early on in turn 1 and 2. He's, I think, now in the 14th position. No, he's 13th. And there's 15th place Tim Walsh. Pole sitter Daniel Day way back here. Pichu London, Caleb Farrell, Steven Gonzalez a long ways back. Kyle Collins, Balkowitz, Alan Cavanaro, Luis Hernandez, Daniel Boyles, Johnny Gardner, who we know we saw spin on the back straightaway, Chris Louvier, and Austin Talley. There's Luigi Victorino out of the Gonzalez S3 Motorsports stables. He's pretty badly damaged. And Zeke Marley. Oh, Nick Alton on the apron. And is very wisely backed out of that and moved himself back up to be able to get back in line. As right now it's Winston Rivers leading the way. And in second now is Corey Williams. It's going to come down between these drivers, you got to think, on who's going to transfer in. You got Winston Rivers, who's in a single car team, a Chevy Camaro team. You've got John Cittadino's teammate there. The defending champion's teammate Corey Williams out of Cittadino Ed Motorsports trying to make it into the 500. Austin Weiner trying to be the second driver from Heavy Metal Hip Hop Racing to make it in the 40. And we know already one Mercedes is going to take the 500 green flag in Nathan Hudson. Trevor Gelfie would love to be the second one. Anthony McCurry is the only Audi right now who is locked into the 500. Ty Dent going to try and make it here for his Audi team. Nick Alton, right there, a former Mobile and Cup Series driver from last season, would love to make his first Daytona 500. Ben Braley there. Oh, look out, trouble! 999 just got turned around of Ty Dent. Ben Braley was collected, and so was Corey Williams. And now, and that really held up Gene Sanford and Nick Alton. And then there were three with 2 laps to go. It's now Winston Rivers, Austin Weiner, and Trevor Gelfie all by their lonesome. 2 of these 3 drivers are probably going to be the ones that will transfer into the 500. Question is, though, which one is it going to be? For all 3 of them, it will be their first career Daytona 500 start in Snickers Cup Series competition. All 3 of these drivers coming into this season in the hunt for Rookie of the Year. Just ahead is the slower car of Zeke Marley that they're going to have to encounter here with the white flag waving. It's Rivers, then Austin Weiner, and then, then Trevor Gelfie. All of them going to be able to get to the inside line here. Winston Rivers right now in a good spot, just as long as he doesn't let the 99 by him. If he lets Austin Weiner by, he's still in the second position and will transfer in. Gelfie trying as hard as he can to get up here and try and make a move on the 40 for that second and final transfer position. Coming into turn 3. Top 3 are pretty much split apart here, as it looks like it could very easily be Winston Rivers and Austin Weiner who are going to transfer their way into the Daytona 500s. They come up here on Steven Gonzalez, and they're coming up on him quick, but it doesn't change anything. Winston Rivers is going to win this heat in the Division 1 heat, and Austin Weiner, both of them are going to transfer their way into the Great American Race. Trevor Gelfie so close, but not going to be able to get a second Mercedes into the 500, at least here in Division 1. So right there you take a look at 2 drivers that will be battling it out for this season's Daytona 500, and bear in mind, a rookie won the Daytona 500 last season with Makoto Iguchi. So you'll see Winston Rivers and Austin Weiner battle it on track during Daytona 500 pole qualifying, with the rest of the top 35 already locked into this season's Daytona 500 event. We'll take a look at your official finishing results here, even though it's only the top 2 that really matters. Nick Alton, Gene Sanford, they basically got taken out of the picture after they had to slow up for that wreck involving Corey Williams and Ben Braley. They finished 4th and 5th. Ian Siegel, after hitting the wall early on, got 6th place. Kyle Miller started on the inside of the final row, finishes 7th. There was Dalio, Jack Kearney, and Andreas Allen. That was the top 10. As you look further down the list here at all the other drivers who are not going to be starting the Daytona 500, they'll be making their first Snickers Cup Series starts of the season at the second race of the season at Rockingham, UK. But the 2 that will be making their debuts in Snickers Cup Series points competition will be Winston Rivers and Austin Weiner. We'll now jump to Division 2 and see what 2 drivers are going to make their way into the 500 in that event. Stay tuned. So as we get ready now for Division 2 racing, same rules apply as we saw in Division 1. Top 2 will transfer into the 500. No caution flags, 10 laps of racing. Brad Mojo sits on the pole position for real-time racing in the number 34 NHL Ford. Alongside of him, returning Snickers Cup Series driver Eric Burton in the number 95 Jimmy John's Wrangler Chevrolet. Henry Cavanaugh going to line up on the inside line of row 2 in the 136, and alongside of him, another returning driver to Snickers Cup. That is going to be the 81 of Lyndon Wright. We're going to be making a little bit of history here in this heat race. For the first time in Snickers Cup Series, a Buick will be taking the green flag. Carter Fargo lining up there on the outside of row number 3. As we get ready to turn them loose here for 10 laps of racing. We already know Winston Rivers and Austin Weiner have raced their way into the Great American Race. Who will do it here in this dual race? Green flags out. We're underway here at Daytona. Brad Mojo got himself a good jump there. Eric Burton may be able to slide in line to that inside line in second. Looks like that's exactly what he's going to do, as he'll now move down low in front of the Henry Cavanaugh machine. And now he's going to go for the lead on Brad Mojo. Right now things relatively calm, but that's not going to last long. It's like the calm before the storm, as they're getting really racy right up here at the front. Man, Momo Akari was moving all over the place. One car way on the high side there. That's Zach Rogers in the 63. Oh, Liam Ervig right on the left rear of Carter Fargo. They keep it together, and are you kidding me? Are we actually going to complete a lap here without a wreck? They did. One car up into the wall. I think that might have been Brad Mojo. He's starting to really fall back. Oh, and they are 3 wide up here at the front of the field. Nick Pericles just turned the leader, James Shelley, up and into I think that was Nilo Belvin. His car goes airborne up and on its side. Another car in trouble back there. That is, I believe, the 79 of Mason Powers. Bella Davis, I believe, got a piece of it there in the 69 machine. Possible damage to Zach Prostowski. And I think Eric Rogers may have gotten a little piece of it. Don't know. A couple cars back there too. Zach Rogers, Robert Piet, Matt McIntyre may have gotten slight pieces of it, as Shelley's car is on pit road. Shelley's car went up and over after coming right up in front of the 18 of Nilo Belvin. Meanwhile, at the front, it's Henry Cavanaugh leading the way. Christopher Pierce now in second. Third place, Brad Mojo. Eric Burton now taking fourth from Momo Akari. And Nathan Ormond has moved into the sixth position. Top six have been able to break away as well. A couple of those rides you may recognize from the Sprint Unlimited. The 07 was driven by Alex May, and the 14 was driven by the Daytona 500 winner from last season, Makoto Iguchi. So both those cars have been put on track here at Daytona. Probably have the same setup that was run during the Unlimited, and we'll see if that's going to get maybe one or both of those drivers into their first ever Daytona 500. Comes Eric Burton. He got a run to the inside of Henry Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh has no choice but to let the 95 on by. Drafting help in the form of Momo Akari in the 14. That 14 is not out of Stewart Haas Racing. That 14 is actually out of JE Racing, owned by Bob Jones. 14's teammates with the 27 and 89 this season. There's a lot of strange stuff going on here in Season 9. 126 drivers, 3 divisions, and a lot of different teams with a lot of different teammates. Because right now it is the top 6 that right now look like they may be the ones to settle it out. Burton, Pierce, Cavanaugh, Mojo, Ikari, and Ormond. Nathan Ormond now taking the 5th position away from Momo Akari in the number 124 McDonald's Chevrolet. Let's look back here, see if anybody may be able to get up here. Here's a nice second pack of cars. Lyndon Wright's leading it. P.J. Williams in that. Clint Spillman. I believe Jessica Villanueva's there. Nick Pericles. Lisa Gonzalez. As well as Carter Fargo and Webster Zygarde. But I don't know if these guys are going to be able to produce enough speed to be able to catch up to the top 6. Ooh, Carter Fargo cutting way down there, just in front of Clint Spillman, in order to get to the low line. Lisa Gonzalez is heading that second pack now. We'll try and see if maybe we can find out just exactly if their lap times are faster than this first group's, even though Henry Cavanaugh actually just ran his fastest lap of the race last time around. Let's see this time. They were a little over 8 seconds back. This time the second group is about 8.5 back. They lost a half a second. So they need a miracle if they're going to catch back up here. That miracle could come in the form of slower lap machines. A couple of drivers are already out of the race. James Shelley, Nilo Belvin, and Mason Powers. We won't be seeing them racing in the Daytona 500. At least we know that for sure. And unless something drastic happens, it's going to come down between these 6 for those 2 transfer spots. Right now, Henry Cavanaugh, Brad Mojo seem pretty content to work with each other here. 2 Fords against 3 Chevrolets and a BMW in this group of 6. Hey, why not work with a Ford here? Why not work? Why not make friends? Why not make an unofficial teammate? I mean, it may be the key to getting yourself transferred into the Daytona 500. And these drivers, by the way, are coming up, as I was suspecting, on a couple of stragglers, damaged race cars. One of them was actually on the back straightaway when these cars came out of turn number 2. They may be encountering him or her pretty soon, and they are indeed. I'm trying to make out which car that is. I believe that's actually Bella Davis in the 69, and they are catching, oh man, right up on there. Oh, look out. Look out. Holy cow, Cavanaugh bailed right out of the throttle. You could see the sparks flying out of the ignition there. He's going to get by, though. So will Eric Burton, Momo Akari, Nathan Orman. Now, Brad Mojo and Christopher Pierce trying to do the same and not lose this front pack. And I don't know if this is maybe going to help that second group be able to catch up or anything, but time is running out as well. As now Eric Burton jumps down low. No help. Now he gets help. Nathan Orman's going to jump down there, but for a moment, Akari and Orman both stayed on the high side. Sounds like there may be another car up ahead these drivers may have to encounter before this race is over. White flag displayed, though. Eric Burton is now the leader. Nathan Orman now side by side for second. Christopher Pierce going to look 3 wide for second place. Is he going to get any help? Yep, Brad Mojo's down there to help him. Right now looks like Eric Burton may be en route to making the Daytona 500. Oh, whoa, skid marks there coming out of turn 2. He must have had quite a wreck there. I don't know if it's going to in any way involve the leaders with possible disabled machines up ahead. But right now it's Eric Burton leading. Christopher Pearson second, not for long. Brad Mojo looking low for that transfer spot as they come up here on the car of Jeffrey Finguy. Look at Mojo down to the apron. Look out, guys. Burton's going to be able to clear him. They're 4 wide coming here to the line. Kavanaugh to the inside for second. He's cleared him. And Eric Burton's going to win this race. Henry Kavanaugh is going to transfer in as well. Wow, they came up on Jeffrey Finguy in just the wrong spot. But how all those 6 drivers, actually 7 including the lap car Bella Davis, how they all got by without wrecking, I'm not sure. But it ends up being Eric Burton and Henry Kavanaugh, the first 2 to the line. Look at Kavanaugh giving a congratulatory salute, I guess, there to Eric Burton. Hey, why not? He knows he's transferring to the 500 as well. And man, oh man, Eric Burton and Henry Kavanaugh, those are going to be the 2 that are going to transfer into the spots of 38th and 39th for the Great American Race. So close for Christopher Pierce, Nathan Orman, Brad Mojo, and Momo Akari, but not quite able to do it. Let's take a look at the rest of the drivers, where they finished. Finguy actually finished out of the race. I think he came to pit road. He might have actually been the one that got involved in that wreck out of 2, possibly involving Zach Rogers as well. And there's a number of drivers who did not even finish this heat race. So Eric Burton and Henry Kavanaugh join Austin Weiner and Winston Rivers in this season's Daytona 500. Time to find out the final 3 transfer drivers into the Daytona 500 with the Division 3 heat race. That's coming your way right after this. Don't go away. And you're probably wondering, why is it that only 2 drivers transferred in the Division 1 and 2 drivers transferred in Division 2, but now 3 get to transfer in Division 3? And I'll let you know right now, with there being an odd number of spots available, being 7, I actually went to random.org, put a number between 1 and 3, and it came up 3, and so Division 3 became the lucky division where 3 drivers transfer in. That's basically how that worked. But we're getting ready here now for the 3rd division. Joshua Mudd on the pole position for this in the 888. Alongside him, Ryan Shelton. Connor Breton lines up in the 3rd position, and I'm trying to make out which car it is on the high side there. In 4th. Oh, it's the 911 of Ryan Rezzo. And then I believe it's Blaine Keys lined up in the 5th position. And 6th place, actually, is Chris Dollerton making his return to Snickers Cup. But Dollerton having to race his way in to the Great American Race. Here we go, though, getting ready to go. Green flag racing. A couple other drivers in this field that are returning Snickers Cup Series racers, including Connor Breton. Green flag out, by the way. Ryan Acosta, he's back. So too is Carson Gum, Henry Nova, Rohit Vidarvu, Zach Buchanan. So a lot of drivers returning to Snickers Cup here that have to race their way into the 500. Cars kind of split up back there from about Henry Nova on back. But we are still green at least. Stephanie Gardner back there in the 026, very wise, kind of just riding around, biding her time. As, oh man, Blaine Keys actually used the apron to go 3 wide with Ryan Shelton and Connor Breton. That was awfully close. And, oh boy, look out, coming off this corner. Oh, one car already in trouble. Rohit Vidar was way back there. Something must have happened back around the 68. So we've already got something that's happened here. Here comes Stephen Pollard, the third up the inside line, the 06, that Volkswagen Jedi. And he's going to go to the point now underneath of Blaine Keys. We're going to jump back here. Oh, looks like TJ Dent was involved in something, along with Richard Johnson, one of the drivers out of Air Jordan Motorsports. David Rivera also involved. And Stephanie Gardner. Alex Hawkins, Dunn LaPrade, and Chris Kyle, all involved in something here. Ryan Acosta also way back. Uh-oh, we got more smoke. Oh, look out. Trouble. Oh, that's Dorian Facepuncher on the inside line, not giving very much room there. That was, I believe... Oh, I know who that is, too, and I can't pull it in. I gotta look at my driver's list real quick. Whoa, one car around. That's the 101 of Dylan Casella. He just got spun. The NFL machine. And, oh, I think his car just got stuck on the apron there, too. He may not be able to continue. Got to move back up to the front here. Battle on for the lead again. Blaine Keys underneath of Stephen Pollard III. And that other car that got involved in that incident there, the car that I said I knew who it was, I believe that was the, I know it was the Dunkin' Donuts machine, and for some reason I cannot pull in which car that was. Joseph Strigley, that's who it was. The 05. I knew I'd get it. Blaine Keys, though, leads the way. That's a ride out of Sega Motorsports. Right behind him, the 92 of Chris Maley, and now coming to the inside lines, the 85. That is Charles Belding. And then Dorian Facepuncher right behind. Let's jump back here. See if we got any stragglers. Dion Scott. There's Joseph Strigley. Okay, maybe it wasn't him. Oh, yeah, it was him. He was the car I was going to talk about where he ended up having Dorian Facepuncher come up and not give him much room. Ryan Rezzo able to just barely hang here. There's Nick Smith in the 29 out of Retro Racing Enterprises. Carson Gum in the 84. Chris Dollerton back here along with Connor Breton. They're hoping something happens up in that lead pack. Roy Vidar was still riding around there. Angel Navarro in the 025, and he was getting shoved by Tristan Wilhoit in the 09. Derek Pemberton, Alex Pedro. Actually, it's about to be a battle between two Destiny machines, an Audi and a Chevrolet. And right now, the 58 of Jay Barker is behind these guys as well. There's Casella on pit road, Ryan Acosta running by his lonesome. Same for TJ Dent. And the top four have broken away. I think there was trouble back here. There was. Ryan Shelton, Joshua Mudd, they got together somehow. Dion Scott looks like he was in it as well. Oh, a lot of cars. Dorian Facepuncher, Ryan Rezzo, and Joseph Strigley. Another car was on pit road. Charles Belding in the 85. And now this changes a lot. It's going to split the field up here. As right now, Blaine Keys leads the way. Second place is Jeremy Guerra. Zach Buchanan now up to third, and Stephen Pollard the third and fourth, but he's now got to get around the now slower lap machine of TJ Dent. They're about to catch the slower machine of Ryan Acosta as well. Right now it would be Blaine Keys, Jerry Guerra, and Zach Buchanan who would transfer in, but this race isn't over yet. Ooh, wow, nice job there by Blaine Keys to get to the inside of Acosta. Stephen Pollard III's got to get going here so he can catch up and maybe get one of those transfer spots. Sega Motorsports already has two drivers transferred into the 500. That being Trent Dunham and Isaac Canepa. Blaine Keys would like to be the third of the Sega Motorsports Chevrolets there. Zach Buchanan, we've seen his teammates have trouble here during these dual races. Daniel Day and Richard Johnson. Richard Johnson just got involved in something in this division. Daniel Day got involved in something, I believe it was back in Division 1. 3 laps to go, though, and right now the top three look like they're in pretty good shape. Stephen Pollard III trying his hardest to catch up here, making a 4-car fight for those 3 transfer spots. He might be able to do it if he can catch the tailwind off the back of the Extend Chevrolet. Zach Buchanan driving the 65 this season in tribute to the retired racer Brian James. So right right now, it still remains the top three, and if these three just ride around the way they are, all three of them are going to make the 500. So I don't really see these three battling that hard for position here. They may just ride out the next 2 laps. Blaine Keys, Jerry Guerrera, and returning driver Zach Buchanan. As Stephen Pollard III riding all by his lonesome, watching as his opportunity to making the 500 could be very quickly slipping away. The only thing he can hope for is maybe some slower cars up ahead holding up these top 3, but I don't really hear anybody. There is the Mercedes of Ryan Rezzo now heading into 3, but I'm not rightly sure these guys are going to encounter him before they get to the checkered flag. They might, though. I mean, we saw an unbelievable finish coming out of 4 in the Division 2 heat race where Jeffrey Finguy held up the whole front group. And they may actually close in on Ryan Rezzo here on this final lap. We'll find out here. As the white flag is displayed for Blaine Keys, Jerry Guerrera has not made a move, neither has Zach Buchanan. They've all rode around there in that single file formation. Those top 3 will transfer into the 500 if they finish right there. But they are closing in on Ryan Rezzo's Mercedes. And this could get interesting. Will this come into play? They got to find a way around him. They're going to try. Oh, man, they just bailed out of the throttle there, they did. It just killed their momentum a little. But they're all going to get to the inside, and they're all going to clear him. So coming out of turn 4, those 3 working together here, and it's going to pay off for all 3 of them. Blaine Keys, Jerry Guerrera, and Zach Buchanan all transfer their way into the Daytona 500 here in the final division heat race. So this race, we got to wait for it to be official. But there you see it. Those 3 crossing the stripe, one behind the other. They're all 3 going to transfer into the Great American Race, joining Winston Rivers, Austin Weiner, as well as I just forgot who they were that transferred in the other one. Oh well. So you take a look at the rest of the finishing results. The race is now complete. Standings are now official. And we only had 17 of our drivers finish on the lead lap. Stephen Pollard III was the next closest to battling for a transfer spot, but he finished 5 seconds behind the top 3. Chris Maley finished in 5th. Nick Smith, Connor Breen, Carson Gum, Chris Dollarton, Henry Nova. A lot of the returning drivers up there inside the top 10 there. And as you see the rest of your finishing results from this race, we now know the 7 drivers that have transferred their way into the Daytona 500, joining the top 35 in points. So congratulations to those 7. For those of you that did not make the Daytona 500, you'll be making your first points race start at Rockingham, UK, the second race of the season. This is the only race where we're having drivers not starting the race. So don't worry about that. We won't be having that in future events. So congratulations to all 7 drivers that transferred into the Daytona 500. You'll be seeing those 7 drivers along with the top 35 in points from last season in the next qualifying session, which will be for starting on the pole or the outside of the front row. Then we'll be having our Gatorade duels, and then the Daytona 500 will be capping off the weekend after the Trucks and Mobile and Cup Series races here from Daytona International Speedway. If you guys enjoyed this qualifying session, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. Again, sorry to those that did not make the Daytona 500, but you don't get any points penalties, and basically, you're not going to really be put in too bad of a situation. The most you're going to be behind is 47 points heading into Rockingham, UK, so it's not that terribly bad. You've already seen your official finishing results from this race. If you didn't see the finishing results from the first 2 heat races, go back and check those out. They are also in this video somewheres, so be sure to check those out, as we won't be posting them here at the end of the video. And also be sure to check out the NNSCRA on social media. Facebook and Twitter links are, I believe they're going to be in the description, and they also it also shows you the Facebook group name at the end of this video as well on the subscribe page. So also be sure and subscribe to Silver Machine 9000 and Thrash Maniac 99. That's Anthony Curry and Levi McIntyre, as they're going to be joining me in bringing you Season 9 of Trucks and Mobile. So be sure to check out their channels as well. I want to give them a big thank you for helping me out here. this season. You've been watching a production of the FCRA, offline racing at its best. Daytona rolls on.